Okay, we're going to take a good look at your swimming. Now, of course, we've got all the information you need on a great stroke in the Library of Success. Lots of videos, have a look at them. I'm saying the same things over and over again. So what I'm going to do is just make some key points that we're going to aim for. Then I'll be looking at your stroke and the vision of you and seeing where we're falling short or not. The first thing we're looking for is an early catch. So the hand goes into the water here and we're catching straight away. Catching the water. So you've got to pop that elbow a little bit, activate your back and pull it through, right? Catching the water straight away. Your hand, your fingertips need to point down to the ground as soon as possible. Not arrow through and all the way out there and let them fall down and then turn it. From the top, about 10 centimeters under, grab that water and pull it back. Now, when I was young, we used to do like a snaking thing from in front of your shoulder over to the other hip and back around like a big S. No, now we go straight. In, catch, straight to the hip, all the way down to the thigh and pull it out. So when it comes out, your thumb is scraping right down near your knee and you push that out straight. Don't turn the hand, don't turn the hand, don't slice it. Don't make an easy way out. Don't let go of your catch. So you get your catch here, early, boom, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, and then all the way out, boom. Pass the leg there. That's the way to do it. Now that was a bit ungraceful, but don't worry, got the point across. Okay, so you've grabbed the water and you've got to pull it back. Now sometimes we let our elbow lead the way, and now look at that, look at the water, it's escaping up here, it's escaping from the hand. Oh, we're not going anywhere. You're going to waste time, energy, everything, it's crazy, don't do it. So what we're going to do, catch the water, hold the water, and your elbow has to be above your wrist. So if we're swimming along here, we've caught the water. Look where my elbow is to catch the water. It's above the wrist. You've got to keep that position. Elbow above the wrist. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then push. Don't let the elbow... This is what it looks like when the elbow collapses. Boom. Look at the water. Escaping out. Escaping out. No. Hold it and pull all the way. Same here. God, I've got to get taller. Hang on. Let's put it down here. When it goes past and coming out, look at that. If you release your elbow, oh, water's escaping it, but I can get the hand out easier. Or I turn the hand. Oh, water's escaping, but I get the hand out. No, here, push, boom. Like you're throwing a stone straight at your foot. Boom, push that water. You've got to feel it go past your toes. Try and breathe both sides. It keeps you balanced in the water. You breathe when the opposite hand goes into the water. So when the wrist breaks, it gets to the wrist, you're catching the water there. That's when you take your breath, boom, and pull it through. Use your core strength and your glutes. So have your belly button in, your glutes activated, so you're not over-rotating all the time. You want to stay nice and level. You only need one eye out of the water to breathe, so not too much. A lot of people are turning around looking up at the sky. It's too much. Shoulders go down, hips go down, then your legs kicking out to keep you balanced, and you look like an octopus. No good. Keep kicking throughout. It gives you balance. When you kick, you don't break the water, so you're not like boom, boom, boom out the top of the water. It's furious, and the water's going everywhere, but you're not. You're not going anywhere. All you want is your feet just to the top of the water, making it boil from the glutes and the hips rather than from the knees, right? Ankles are relaxed and toes are pointing towards each other. So now we'll take a look at your stroke.
And hasn't there been some improvement? You can see you're really reaching forward here, especially with your left arm. I mean, we're still tending to chop in a little bit short, and when you put that right arm in especially, it's not straight, like it's coming in on an angle. If you could reach out and put that in straight so the fingers can point down more quickly, that would be better. Both hands doing that. But certainly we've made lots of improvements. Your stroke's longer and you are pulling more water backwards, which is great. Okay, so looking at this now as you're swimming, and you can see those hands still coming in right in front of your head. Remember what we're doing now, we're pretending to reach out to the corners of the pool. And there you are, you did it sometimes, but there's that twisted hand I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get the fingers pointing down straight away. So straight away. And we're looking at this. Now you see where the hand goes in, but it's only when it gets to there it's really effective. Let's have a look at the other hand, see how it goes. Again, a bit of an angle right around. And it's starting to pull much earlier, but just there you go, right there. Look at that. And here we go, you can see that angle. Let's just put the hands in right in front of the shoulders, have the fingers pointing down straight away and pull the water back. You're not breathing enough air out during your stroke. In fact, you're doing a big blast just before you turn your head. And I don't think you can get it all out, and so you're blowing some out on top of the water, and that's why you've got to turn your head so far. And it's causing a problem because you can see how your arm's crossing into your jaw there. Your timing's right out. So look there, not really breathing any air out, still not. And I don't think you breathe any air out until you start to turn your head. So you've got to finish that breath and then try and get a breath in as well. And I think you're leaving yourself too much to do when you're turning to breathe. When you're not trying to breathe, your body's really level in the water and your catch is quite good. Look, that's pretty early. It'd be better if it was closer to the top. But I've been including this diagram showing the rotation levels of some great swimmers. It's only 34%, but you're twisting right around, and I think we can see that. And another thing you'll notice is their fingers are all pointing straight down, and we've got to get to there. Look at that turn. So your hips are on top of one another, and your shoulders, your body's bent, but if the shoulders are turned around too far, and you look at the impact, and you can see the impact it has on your kick as well. Maybe not in this one, but there you go. Right around to the side, legs are bent like a big scissor kick. So that's not going to, in fact, you'd be better off not kicking at all than kicking like that because you're dragging yourself back. That's dragging you back. And you're doing it just to help the rotation come back around. So look at that. When you're not breathing, you really look nice. Got it all going. That's a great catch. A bit too deep, but that has the water there, right? Which is good. But you can see from here when you turn to breathe, too far. And you saw the water spray up as well as you were breathing out. So that's too far, so we've got to blow out. You see the kids getting taught. Blow your bubbles. Blow your bubbles and then turn. Look at that. That is just way too far. And your whole body is suffering. You're kicking your legs out to the side to you probably repaired your stroke a little bit. And now you're kicking out to the side to keep your balance. You've got to draw your tummy in and use your glutes to keep you balanced in the water. The improvement at the front of your stroke is tremendous, but one little thing you could do, you could just keep those elbows a little bit bent and a bit closer to the top of the water, above the wrist, so you can really get some purchase on your catch. You don't want your catch to be from the wrist down, it's got to be from the elbow down so that you can engage your back muscles, which are very strong. Sometimes you look a little crossed up when you breathe, and I think it's because you're breathing too late. Your arm's too far in the water when you start to breathe. You need to breathe just when your fingertips enter the water. And when you're looking at this, it looks like, oh, not too bad, But you're not really breathing until your hands are right in the water. And we're going to slow it down and take a close look at this. If your right hand to come into the water here, you're about to breathe. And the right hand comes in right there. And you're only just breathing your air out for one thing. Then you're turning your head too far. And you're dropping your elbow. So let's check that. So going to instant replay here. Here comes the hand. And there's 4 things to work on. So for a start, you're coming in thumb down. You want to be fingertips down, like reach over the top so you can point those fingertips straight in. Secondly, you can see your arm there and your elbow. Your elbow's dropping there. It's got to be above. It's got to be above the wrist so you can engage that catch earlier instead of so deep. And going back on replay, when are we blowing the air out? Look, right at the end, you're about to breathe and you're just breathing it out now. And the whole arm is in the water and you still haven't turned your head. Like you should be turning your head just as the wrist goes in. This could be a result of you just dropping your whole arm in flat or angling it a bit close to the front of your head. But you need to reach out in front with a high elbow so you can get a good catch straight under the water and turn as soon as you put your wrist in the water. I would say put your fingertips in and start to turn. Bang, you feel your fingertips on the water, then you breathe. And you can see what I was talking about before about you seeming crossed up. Like sometimes those shoulders come right in front of your face as you turn around. And I think that's all the product of your timing. Looking head on. So this is when that's when you should take a breath. Fingers in, right there, take a breath, right? Boom, that's when you do take a breath. So it's probably only a fraction of a second, but because you turn your head so far and hold it up for so long to breathe the air out and in the one movement, I think it does cause your stroke a lot of problems. Certainly you are rotating way too far when you breathe. When you're not breathing, everything looks good. So we've just got to improve that process of you getting a breath. When it bubbles out, blow the air out, turn quick as you can, breathe in and go. Even when you're turning to breathe, that's when that arm and elbow drops, and I think that's just to give you stability in the water, and then we can go back to these legs. So that you can, what it does, when you bend your legs, they actually pull you back, like the whole back of your calf pushes the water the other way above you, and so it's counterproductive. So we just need to take a little bit out of that kick and concentrate. Just use it for stability maybe. But there's a good indication of how much we're rotating. It's just too much. And we've really got to get that. Take the pressure off your breathing. Blow your bubbles out. You have to do it. And let's maybe make sure that we're not coming out little finger first on the at the end of the stroke, that we're getting longer. But I am seeing you swim really well sometimes, and then you go back to how we were doing it before, arrowing in right in front of the head, and maybe that's when you're tired. But swimming takes a lot of concentration. But you're a strong girl and mentally powerful, And so that's what we've got to do. We've got to improve the back of that stroke. We're already improving the front of the stroke. We've got to keep doing it, and we've got to, we've got to settle down on that kick. All your kick needs to do is keep your level in the water. So stomach drawn in, use your glutes, little flutter kick, and just concentrate on staying level. Blow all your bubbles out and just turn your head to breathe. Just a little breath. Sometimes you're going to take a mouthful of water. What can we say?